Okay, morning guys. I'm the Scribe. Today I'm gonna hopefully have Halo Combat Evolved working again. I do know on Twitch sometimes it does lag in and out. I have been playing around with these settings and I hope that this one does work out this time. If not, I do have Destiny 2 as a backup for this in case anything does happen. We're gonna try for the best for it to, for that to not happen. And I am super excited to play this game. It looks like everything is good to go on Twitch on my end. I'm double checking this on the app at the moment. There was a little bit of lag issues, but it looks like everything's fine there. So I'm gonna go ahead and continue with this game. But a little bit about us before I do continue. I play for my Fairy Godmother Gaming World. We are on Twitch, on YouTube, on Reddit, on Facebook, pretty much anywhere we are on there streaming for you guys. We also have a Discord community. If you guys want to jump in and say hi, I did drop the links to our YouTube and our Discord into the chat. If you guys want to say, hey, what's going on to me or to any of the other streamers as well, we are all on there. And if you want to watch any specific clips or anything like that, we on our YouTube we'll take our streams, chop them up into shorter clips for you guys as well. And we are also trying to do small, like, funny little clips but we have plans for those as well, to do some really cool stuff with that. So I stream from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern time, Tuesdays and Thursdays. My schedule should be right on track again. I know for the past few weeks, it's been kind of up and down. So I do apologize for any inconveniences that did happen with that. But I should be good to go. And before I continue, I do plan to play some of the some of the Halo games. Thinking about Halo Combat Evolved. I might jump back into Reach. Like, I might not play it entirely in order of how the games were released. There we go. Or not released, but like story-wise, just because Reach, I want to have a full team to do that with. I'm gonna ask some of the other streamers. Hold on. Squeaky chair, sorry about that. I do want to ask some of the other streamers, even anybody else, this is an open invitation for anybody who does want to play Halo Reach with me. That'd be great. You guys can add me. My Steam is Cosmic Wraith, 2 eyes in the Cosmic and Wraith part, and it's a K instead of a C. Or again, send me a message on our Discord community, our Discord channel, sorry, and then come in and say hey. Okay, I'm just double checking real quick. It looked like the Twitch froze for a second, but looks like we're back to going. So I'm gonna go ahead for these. I'm gonna actually start like everything over. I'm not gonna be doing any of the challenges or anything like that for this one. And I'd be more than happy if you guys want to jump in. It doesn't have to just be Reach. Any of the Halo games, if you want to come in, join, that'd be great. That'd actually be really cool. Double check if I have everything set up for you guys. I think the subtitles are on as well. I want to keep everything like classic. I want to try to play it, when it came out. A little bit about this game before we do continue is this game did come out on Xbox. Just Xbox, no 360, no One or anything like that, just Xbox. Used to be black and green. And for a while did pretty well, and then they started to do the PC and console games, like being on multi-platforms. Like, this is one of the earlier games that did that. This game the series started to be developed in the 90s, late 90s. This came out in 2001, 2002, I think. No, sorry, 2001 for Halo, and then about 2 years later, 2003, this game came out on PC. It was developed by Bungie as well. They worked all the way until Halo 3, and then after that was passed off to 343 Industries. And we're gonna keep it on normal. No, wait. We'll keep it on easy for now. I am gonna change it to be normal when I'm just kind of playing the game versus just talking about it. So I'm gonna go ahead and start the mission. We're gonna start this from the very beginning. And we are good to go.
Cortana, all I need to know is, did we lose them?
I think we both know the answer to that.
We made a blind jump. How did they...
Get here first? The Covenant ships have always been faster. As for tracking us all the way from Reach, at light speed my maneuvering options were limited.
We were running dark, yes?
Until we decelerated, no one could have missed the hole we tore in subspace. They were waiting for us on the far side of the planet.
So, where do we stand?
Our fighters are mopping up the last of their recon picket now, nothing serious. But I've isolated approach signatures for multiple CCS-class battle groups. Make it 3 capital ships per group. And in about 90 seconds, they'll be all over us.
Well, that's it then. Bring the ship back up to Combat Alert Alpha. I want everyone at their station.
Everyone, sir?
Everyone. And Cortana. Let's give our old friends a warm welcome.
I've already begun.
Attention, all combat personnel. Please report in your action stations. Platoon, secure airlocks on Deck 11. 14th Platoon rendezvous with 22nd Tactical at Bulkhead Charlie 14.
You heard the lady. Move like you got a purpose.
This is not a drill. I repeat, this is not a drill.
Men, keep your eyes downrange, fingers on your triggers, and we all go home in one piece. Am I right, Marines? Sir, yes, sir. Damn right I am. Now move it out. Double time.
Attention all personnel. We are re-engaging the enemy. External and internal contact imminent.
All you greenhorns who wanted to see Covenant up close, this is gonna be your lucky day.
Sir? Right. Let's thaw him out. Okay. Bringing low-level systems online. Cracking the case in 30 seconds. He's hot! Blowing the pins in 5.
Tube shows green. Cycle complete.
Sorry for the quick thaw, Master Chief. Things are a little hectic right now. The disorientation should pass quickly.
Welcome back, sir. We'll have you battle ready stat.
Chief, please look around the room. I need to get a calibration reading for your battlesuit's diagnostics. Good. Thank you, sir.
I'm bringing your health monitors online, sir.
Vital signs look normal. No freezer burn. Okay, sir. Go ahead and climb out of the cryo tube.
Ooh, I just slid to the left. Sorry, y'all.
Take a quick walk around the cryo bay and join me at the optical diagnostic station when you're ready.
I'm just gonna go ahead and go through this super quick.
I know the ordnance techs usually take care of your targeting sensors, but we're short of time, Chief. Just look at each of the flashing panels and target them. When you lock on,
Beep,
it'll
beep.
change
Oh,
colors.
jeez. Whoops.
I'm going to invert your looking stick so you can see if you like it better that way.
Oh, hang on one second. Okay, just wanted to make sure you guys were still able to get me. Okay, what am I doing? Oh, Jesus. It's that inverted stuff. Oh my god. Switch it back. Crouch for yes. Shake your head for no. I love that. Yeah, leave it like this. Thank you.
I'm ready for the energy shield test now.
Please follow me to the energy shield test station.
Before the defensive conditions Alpha and Sierra. Sensors show inbound heavily boarding craft. Stand by for the hell boarding.
I like this little intro thing. The controls, the movement,
Okay, bring his energy shields online, please.
all this cool stuff. You get to see what the shield is, because this game came out first before anything else, so it's like, okay, what kind of game is it? What are we expected to see? What are we expected to do? So it's really cool that it's like, this is how you move, you can change it. This is how, this thing works. There's a shield, there's a health. That's the noise it'll make. And then where it's at. You can kind of see it underneath my Scribe logo. That's not too important, so... Not terribly important for that.
Captain, we'll have to skip the weapons diagnostics and Aye, aye, sir. The skipper seems jumpy. We better get moving. We'll find you weapons later.
Okay, I'll leave the self-diagnostics running.
But my fists are my weapons. Oops. He has options. I'm just gonna be sliding this whole time. Sorry, guys. Okay, thank you. See you later. Okay, bye. I don't think there's any weapons in here. Or any Easter eggs. At least in this room. Anywho. Alright, so I did play a little bit of this. I say a little bit as in like I didn't just beat it. Sorry for the flash right there, guys. Ooh, okay, so it's almost 1-to-1. I might not be able to warn you guys for any bright flashing warning signs for that. Also, speaking... Okay, that's just background noise. Anyways, speaking of warning, I did want to mention that this game is rated M. So if you are under the age of 17 and you're watching, please be advised there's some gore, not really, more like red paint. I can actually change that so it's not red, but it's more just the blood than the blood. And then funny enough, Cortana. It's like, oh, why is it Cortana? Well, you saw for a minute, Cortana is that purple lady. I started off purple. I like her purple more than blue. I thought that was pretty. But she's pretty much naked, so hey, what's going on? I know you can punch in this game. I think I need a weapon though. But can't. Can I have a gun? before I get there. Thank you. No? Okay.
The captain needs you on the bridge ASAP. Better follow me.
Man, the mouth movements. Oof. But you know, for the time, it was really good. And I will say, even though it's like not good, it's kind of crispy looking at the mouth movements. For how it moves, sometimes there's a little bit of extra space and stuff. It does. Thank you. Oh. It does make it a bit more easier for people for languages if they want to translate it. I'm just sliding. My controller is saying no to Halo today, guys. So I do apologize for any of the sliding stuff of what's going on. But you know, it makes it a lot easier for those who are trying to, you know, in a different language. You don't have to worry about it too much about syncing the language to the mouth entirely. I will give Bungie its props though that depending the language, they actually go in and for the most part, especially if it's really important scenes, they will reanimate the mouth movements so it matches better. And you could see this in their other games, Destiny. I almost said Halo, duh. Destiny, especially in Destiny 2, where they redo that, which is pretty cool. Hey, look.
Captain Keyes.
Good to see you, Master Chief. Things aren't going well. Cortana did her best, but we never really had a chance.
A dozen Covenant superior battleships against a single Halcyon-class cruiser. With those odds, I'm content with 3, make that 4 kills. Sleep well?
No thanks to your driving, yes.
So you did miss me.
Report!
It must have been one of their boarding parties. I'd guess an antimatter charge.
Ma'am, fire control for the main cannon is offline.
Captain, the cannon was my last offensive option.
All right, then. I'm initiating Cold Protocol Article 2. We're abandoning the Autumn. That means you too, Cortana.
While you do what? Go down with the ship?
In a manner of speaking. The object we found, I'm gonna try and land the Autumn on it.
With all due respect, sir, this war has enough dead heroes.
I appreciate your concern, Cortana, but it's not up to me. Protocol is clear. Destruction or capture of a shipboard AI is absolutely unacceptable, and that means you're leaving ship. Lock in a selection of emergency landing zones, upload them to my neural lace, and then sort yourself for a heart transfer.
Aye, aye, sir.
Which is where you come in, Chief. Get Cortana off this ship. Keep her safe from the enemy. If they capture her, they'll learn everything. Force deployment, weapons research, Earth.
I understand.
The Autumn will continue evasive maneuvers until you initiate a landing sequence. Not that you'll listen, but I'd suggest letting my subroutines handle the final approach.
Excellent work, Cortana. Thank you. Are you ready?
Yank me.
Good luck, Master Chief.
Your architecture isn't much different from the Autumn's.
Don't get any funny ideas.
I don't keep it loaded, son. You'll have to find ammo as you go.
Jesus, the slide. Chief's just like, I'm out of here immediately. Every time for anything. It's like, Chief, it's alright. I promise. Like, you'll see action. Let me. So it's kind of weird. I can't really see the chat at the moment. Okay, so just want to have that popped up. What's super cool is the title for Master Chief is an actual military title, which I thought was really cool. Like, what? Remember, I was a child when this game came out. Like, I grew up playing this, so there's a lot of things where it's like, this is a real title. Wow, this is cool. You know, all that sort of stuff. Now the rank, or like the, yeah, I guess like not the rank, but like the.
Do what you do best.
Oh my god. Brain is saying like, oh, bad guys, kill. I should be able to punch. Now there it is. Forget like how high it is. It's pretty high. But it wasn't as high as I thought it was gonna be though. Like the actual Master Chief ranking. I'll have to double check on that and let you guys know. But if anybody in the chat does know, it'd be great. Give me one moment so I see Twitch is still up and running. Let me just double check on some of my other stuff. And while I'm double checking, I want to go ahead and thank those who are watching. It really means a lot for us. You know, we just hit our 50 follower mark, so we're super on Twitch, or like just past that, so it's super exciting. Definitely keep sharing us around and tuning in some more. We are trying to get verified, so that'd be great if you guys do stick around a little bit from what we normally do and help us just keep growing. Our small community hopefully will get really large and we'll be able to do more stuff. So I mentioned Cortana like as her being like a reason, or at least one of the reasons why it's rated M. So her design, especially later on in the game, starts to look more like, and I'm gonna probably mispronounce this, lingerie. And some stuff in some of her designs, like the black outlines. It's not as clear here, but ooh, you can tell it's like, oh, she's not, not grenades necessarily close, but it's like she's also an AI, so it's like you can kind of get away with that situation. But it's also rated M, so they can kind of get away with that too. Who the heck? He smacked me. He said sorry. Like, oh, so my flashlight's gonna turn on randomly. I'm gonna accidentally hit that just cause, you know, different games, different controls, that whole spiel that I go into. Let's I think that was, nope, that was good. What? I thought I picked up grenades. Whack. Yeah, I could have sworn I picked up some grenades. Oh well. Nope, still no grenades. As far as I'm aware, he just flew before the explosion actually happened. That was kind of funny. He distracted me. What? I was gonna say, oh, there's gonna be a lot of walking in this game, by the way, guys, unless there's a way for me to start sprinting. I think in the earlier Halo games, there was no like running because they do rely on vehicles. And I tried doing some of the other options. Can this man please step not in my way? I don't want to hit him. Oh my gosh, it just almost shot him in the head. This guy's like, nah, I'm done. Take me out, Chief. Like, please, no. I'm good. Oh, they don't have. Okay, they do have it here. Yeah, you can get like snacks and stuff. That was kind of cute. In the remastered version, you can read it a lot better. But we're not doing that. I know I changed it for the aliens. See how it's like purple? I didn't mean to smack him after I got him. So it just that's just how I point in video games. My bad. Okay, I think I'm gonna need health. I think I'm good. One thing I don't like about the Pillar of Autumn, I get lost. A lot of things look the same. Ugh. So I don't. Okay, I think it came from there, right? Yeah, it came from there. It's so easy to get turned around. Like, I always get lost here. Gonna try not to, though.
Covenant, on the landing above us.
There has. There's no way I haven't picked up a grenade yet. It has to be pretty soon.
Anyone see him? Nobody on this side.
Are you sure? You sure there's nobody on this side? I always thought that was really cool. Right now, what just happened when I shot him, like, he still did fire off some bullets. I thought that was a nice touch. Ooh, so I'm curious. It's kind of hard to tell from here just because it's such a small, like, viewport of it. But it looks like it's just an image, but also looks kind of like a sky. So it's not a sky box, but a sky, like, sphere, sky globe. So pretty much what a skybox is, that's just always what it's called. It was always just, imagine a box, and Chief not moving to the left. Imagine a box. You're inside of the box, and you are on each direction you look at. There's a picture of the sky or the background projected on there. Now, because this is only one side, they were probably saving some resources and either just have a plane or think of a sheet of paper in this background. But how they have the image positioned, it looks 3D. It looks like it's floating there in space. But if you look around on the image, and here as well, it looks like a dome. That's the word, not a sky sphere. Like a dome. So then, instead of a box, think of a ball, and it's projected around inside. If you guys ever been to like an observatory, that is the best place. How it's like domed on top. That is the best example for it. So it kind of looks curved a little bit. It's a little hard to tell, but it does look a little curved. But it's just a picture that's up there. We don't see any animation or anything floating up there, or like twinkling lights, other than the light of a star down there. I just wanted to point that out, that was pretty neat.
The life pods are launching. We should hurry.
There we go. So now they're actually going out. I wonder if we can see them. It probably despawned after a certain point. You can't even see the ring from here. So it could be, they're destroying the lifeboats around here. either that is because it is an image, like just plastered on here. How I'm moving, it doesn't look like it. It looks like now it could be one of two things. I do still think it's a sphere, but sometimes on image, on a plane, you can, and I cannot remember the word for it, but like if there's a pattern and you're walking around, that pattern will be not mirrored, but always shifted where you're at the camera. Because no matter where I go, if you're looking like on the screen, like the image of the planet is always like, if I'm looking at the planet, see how it's always like centered. It's not like always directly in my view. Doesn't really like move. It's so weird to explain it like visually without the like Maya sources, the 3D modeling like aspects of it. That'd be really fun to go over, but not at the moment. I think that'd be something that actually be something I would look into doing. But a show that does that, the entire show that does it, if you've ever seen the show called Chowder on Cartoon Network, it does that pattern effect that I'm talking about. That is the only show that I'm aware. It sometimes it happens. In Minecraft, whenever you make the portal to the end world or the other world, I can't remember what it was called, but it does that like pattern looking thing. And I wish I could remember what it was called. Anybody does know, that'd be great to put in the chat if you guys do know.
Follow the nav point. It'll lead you to an opening.
Oops. There it is. What? There it is. See, get lost in here constantly, guys.
I'm detecting Covenant movement outside the access ways. Activating motion tracker. Let's find a safe exit.
Now I have my
We're
map.
too close.
There she
We need to find
is.
another route. Motion tracker shows all clear. Wait. We need to get to that door that has been damaged by the explosion.
Beep. I love just making beep noises behind people. It's just something so silly about it. So I won't apologize for that. I'll just go beep. So I do want to go ahead and thank our sponsors, Magic Feet Compression Socks, for supporting Heroes and Wonders. I'm the Scribe. I stream from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern Time, Tuesdays and Thursdays. I go over game development and a bit about behind the scenes stuff about it as well. Today I am playing Halo Combat Evolved, talking a bit about the differences from video games 20 years ago to now. I do plan to play a little bit of Infinite since that just came out. I'm up here. Come say hi. Oh, maybe don't come say hi. Never mind. So this is kind of cool. God, he's so pixely. I know there's a way. Yeah, it's open, so you can't see it here, I think. I think I have to hold on. Can I change the visual settings? Let me see. Because there's differences after like the remastered version and the original version that I kind of want to show you guys. Let me see. Boop. Okay, we'll take off the blood. Let's see. I think it might be gameplay. There's audio. So I'm wondering if it's just like enhanced. Or, yeah, no. Okay, if I can't find it, I might have to like close the game and start up. I don't want to do that. But on here, they've changed it. They don't have just his info, and then like on this side, they have. And I can't remember her name, which is why I want to do it. But it's another Spartan that they have here. I wish I could remember her name. It was pretty interesting. It's like, oh, they could have made it where you can pick and choose your character, like if you want to play as male or as female. I want to say that's just an allusion to another Spartan, because that name is very familiar. I think I've seen it in the series before.
Keep your head down. There's 2 of us in here now, remember?
It'll be fine. Oh hey, what's going on? He's just he's just hanging out in the darkness. All right, okay. Let's see if there's any. Crud, they're behind me too. Oh, Jesus. Shot him in the butt. My bad.
The damage to the station is extensive. I don't know how much more abuse the Ottoman take.
I do plan to play just like 2 hours of this, but I do want to do some multiplayer. My only issue is the times that I stream. I'm not sure how many people will be on. There'll be something I will test on my own, or if I had another person, I'd be like, okay, we'll queue in together, we'll have a conversation, just so you guys aren't just staring at the queue time. Nobody wants to see that. That's boring. Love the music for this game. What's interesting is I think this was during the time where you could start doing. Oh, finally got grenades. Wow. Happy birthday. This is during the time I think they started doing a little bit more of live action, or not live, yeah, I guess live action, live orchestras. I don't know if they implemented it into
Get aboard before it launches.
this game immediately. He just
Now would be a very good time to leave.
Chief just picked him up right by the panties, threw him in there.
We're gonna make it, aren't we, sir? I don't want to die out here. Look!
Just just and the shoulder tap like you be good. I'll see you later. See you later, bud. Me too, Chief. Me too.
What is that thing, Lieutenant?
I knew it. The Autumn's accelerating. Keys is going in manually.
Heads up, everyone. This is it. We're entering the ring's atmosphere in 5.
Sure you wouldn't rather take a seat?
We'll be fine.
If I still had fingers, they'd be crossed.
We're coming in too fast. Damn! Airbrake failure. They flew too early. I'm losing her. Right for impact!
Chief? Chief, can you hear me? At last. Are you alright? Can you move?
Woo, I'm good. Oh no. Was it hit? Well, they asked if they'd make it. I'm the one in a full suit of armor, and they're like,
The others. Reinforcements.
dang.
There's nothing we can do.
Oh well. Wow, look at that crisp.
I detected multiple Covenant dropships on
Look at
approach.
that. It's like, oh, that's nice. They had a little bit of.
If we're lucky, the Covenant will believe that everyone aboard this lifeboat died in a crash.
Oops. God dang it. Different controls. I'm gonna lose some grenades. I'm gonna lose some bullets. Sorry about that, guys. Let me go ahead and lower my audio just a little bit. Go ahead. Okay, right there. This sounds a little bit better. I have the audio for the let me raise the audio for that one too. For the desktop, just a bit more so you guys can hear it. And then me just a tiny bit. Okay, that should be better. Like, I love that it's like, yeah, it's a Halo, you know, it actually does go
The
around.
ring's ecosystem is incredibly
Oh,
sophisticated.
I didn't go on the bridge. You know what I'll do? I have an
Alert.
idea.
Covenant dropship inbound.
Cortana, please.
Must be looking for survivors. I recommend immediate evasion.
I'm trying to teach Cortana, please. Thank you. I appreciate your warnings. Anyways, I'm thinking about doing Starness, how it used to look like originally, for about an hour or so. And then the next hour, the last hour, play it remastered. Or play this entire session how it used to look like, and then the next stream, I play it in the remastered version. Not sure yet exactly, still got like 15 minutes to decide. I think it would be cool to do it kind of like in stream, just because it won't be until like not next week but the week after, so 2 weeks before I play this game again. So I'd rather not wait that long. So I think I'll do that. So that weird little like noise you guys just heard was an in-game audio cue. That's so important. Oops, I didn't mean to do that for the red flash. Sorry about that. It's so important, and you can see it on the top right,
Beacon over the next hill.
and then you can hear it
Check
again
to see if there are any survivors.
for those audio things, because you know if somebody's like colorblind or they don't really catch it, or they're not really paying too much attention to like the top right for their health or anything like that. It's such a great indicator where it's like, hey, take cover. You can see your screen go red, that bright red. I had no idea what was gonna happen, so I do apologize for that, for that sudden flash of red. But you can see on the top that little arrow. Here, let me get hit. You can see the red arrow to show you where it's coming from too, and it's dangerous. You're getting hurt. Super important to have in games those little visual and audio effects that work together. Because you don't know who's gonna play your game. You don't know if somebody's having difficulty like visually or auditory process wise. Speaking of auditory, I don't know if you guys are able to hear over that. Because everybody talking at once in here, but that's alright. This part does take a little bit of a minute. Ah, dang it, overshot it. I didn't know I had a plasma grenade on me. I know I picked them up.
There's another one.
Both of them hit a little different. The sticky grenades or the plasma grenades are a bit more direct. Sometimes they bounce off. You saw it on the ship. But it's like, this is where it's gonna land, and you'll want it. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. My controller went to the left. I'm sorry. Oh, no. Whoops. My bad. Oh, no. I always feel bad about, like, even if it's accidentally, like,
Look sharp. Covenant
I
dropship
forget
on
that there's
approach.
friendly fire in
Some
this
help
game.
over here.
So that's unfortunately gonna happen. Unless there's a way for it to turn it off, I'd really appreciate that. But if not, well. You see how the plasma grenade just kind of sticks there? That's what you'd want. Top left. That visual cue that I was talking about, you can see it like flashing red, and there's one. And if I shoot, if I throw this grenade that somehow went between his legs, you could see on the top left again the simple image of the circle for that type of grenade, and then we see something that's a bit more familiar that looks like a grenade with the pin on it. I like those better. The explosions are bigger. I like the plasma grenades when it can actually aim and it doesn't go between their legs. Now there should be some coming up from the other side. I just want to try to get some more grenades. It just makes life so much easier.
Trying to flank us.
Now I don't know that much about military lingo and stuff. Want to say that's an actual like thing that they use. Probably hear it enough in a lot of media. However, media's pretty bad about exaggerating these things, especially like military stuff. Like a lot of things like, oh, you know, this and that and that and this, and we do that, and it's like, nah, this is not real. It's like, oh, it's just for games and movies to make it more interesting. But again, some of the stuff that I have been seeing in the Halo games is like, hey, that's pretty accurate, or it's like, oh, okay, that's an actual thing. That'd be really fun to look into more. I think I might do that. So that'd be a fun one. Maybe I guess military accuracy in Halo. That'd be kind of, oh jeez, I didn't mean to fall. That'd be kind of fun to talk about. I think that'd be something cool. So it's really cool about the Halo series that when it first came out, it was so well received, and it's always been really well received, I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, it has its flukes with some games or some moments in storytelling, but like what game and then what series it doesn't have its ups and downs, right?
Echo 419. Anybody read me? Repeat. Any UNSC personnel respond. Roger, Echo 419. This is Fire Team Charlie. We read you. Is that you, Fohammer? Roger, Fire Team Charlie. Good to hear from you. Fohammer, we need transportation to the command shuttle. I'm on my way.
Look, more lifeboats. They're coming in fast. If those lifeboats make it down, the Covenant are going to be right on top of them.
Fohammer, we need you to disengage your Warthog. The Master Chief and I are going to see if we can save some soldiers. Roger, Cortana.
Everybody's favorite part about watching me play, using vehicles.
Mount up and give 'em hell.
I'm better with
Roger,
sparrows
Fohammer.
in
Stand by
Destiny,
to
they feel
evac
nicer.
survivors and transport them to safety. That's affirmative. Echo 419, staying on station. Fohammer out.
driving in video games. I'm not good at driving in video games.
Volunteer, step up. On the double. The rest of you, get to the drop
Oh,
ship.
jeez. You can run over people in this too, so I try not to. The controls aren't terrible for actually driving it. It's just you have to move the camera. Like if you want to go left and right, like I'm moving like the controls on the movement stick, like the wheels don't turn. They only turn with the actual camera. That's how like most of them probably are. I don't know much about like racing and like vehicles in games. I tend to avoid them just because I'm personally not good with it. I know that's how they drive in Destiny and trying to think of some other games. I have not played GTA.
This cave is not a natural formation. Someone built it, so it must lead somewhere.
So I'm not sure how the driving is on there.
I've
Correction, I
hacked
haven't
into
played it
the
for a while, so I can't really compare it for
Actually
that one.
broadcasting tactical data on unencrypted channels. We should show them who they're dealing with. Master Chief, I'm going to use your suit's transcom system to monitor their chatter.
Thank you, Katana. Like every time. Let's see. Yeah, we're gonna go slow. Oh! I wonder... Okay, so that is only... So, in the remastered version, you know, where I was talking about, I was like, hey, they added visual differences and things like that. They actually added storytelling elements that are different. And right here, there would have been this giant orange thing that if you touched it, it would have given you some more backstory about this place, which is such a cool touch. And I knew that was different because I had finished this one recently enough where I was like, hey, this was not on here before. They're kind of scattered around multiple places. You know, I'll change it, but I think I do have to save and quit. Let me see. Just so you guys can see, it's about that hour mark anyway, so we'll just do that. Where am I at? I'm on Halo. Because I don't want to start over, like... I just want to do the visual differences. Master. That's like way forward. Is there a way to just start from last checkpoint? Let me see. Oh, we're gonna figure this out. Resume. Oh wait, no, I'm like super far, I think. Whoop. Okay. This I think I hit the wrong one, my bad. Whoops. Yeah, that was Halo Reach. Whoopsies. It's like, hold on. Okay. Okay, should be changed. Yeah, that looks much better. It's way more like, it looks like completely different this game now. You can still tell that they kept some of the... Okay, so I did start back here. They updated it enough with the lights and the textures, but you can still tell it's like, yeah, it's still the same game. They didn't go crazy overhaul for it. They still try to keep it the original feel. But if you look on the top left and right, like the UIs for it, or not the UIs, sorry, the like player stuff that's going on around there, it's not UI, the HUD, there you go. You can see that it's the same. I don't know. should be here. I wonder though if I had already interacted with it, if it goes away. I'm a little sad. Wanted to show that off, but I did want to show the visual differences for the remastered version and the original version. This one should. Oh, jeez. I always forget about that part. Every time. Doesn't matter how many times I play this. Always forget about it. Very bad about driving in this game. Sorry, guys. It shouldn't be that much more in this part. I think we have to do just a bit. But I wish there was an option of just like, look, can I just be on the gun? You guys do the driving, that'd be great, but you know. I'm trying to think if there's anything really important in here. Other than that, I have to go to. Oh, there was something I did want to talk about. Yes. And I did briefly mention it in a game. I don't remember which one it was. Where it's about glass and like things breaking and how difficult that actually is to do. It's difficult in the sense of like to make it look nice, but especially in these earlier games, it was fairly difficult to do. That was a really big flex if you can get glass to shatter.
To cross this chasm. Look for a control panel or switch.
I think, yeah, because that's where I have to go to. I'm trying to think where that glass floor was. Because I thought that was really cool. It's like, wow, they did it pretty early on. Remember, this was developed in the late 90s. To make it like shattered to like look nice. Like smaller pieces were more difficult to shatter. Here's one. Completely glass. But if you look at it, you can't really tell that there's like breaks or anything like that. But it's gonna happen very quickly. The pieces that break off are fairly large. You can only see it for a second, but they're fairly large pieces. Really teeny tiny itty bitty little pieces, like smaller than those. Much harder to do. I think I think we should be in the remastered version, so they were able to go a little bit smaller, just because the tech at this point, when it's been remastered, stuff like that's a lot easier to do and to render and have pre-done. I don't know if she has any extra dialogue up here. Nope. That's right, I'm playing on easy mode. I was like, I could have sworn there was more enemies. And I love how ominous it is. How like, does it feel right to be here? Oops. What? You can run out of flashlight? I had no idea. Hey, what's going on? So they can't actually run at you. The grunts tend to do that. I've learned that the hard way. I find super interesting that he knew what to do. He's like, I'm just gonna push this button. It's like, Chief, what if you accidentally press the wrong button and like blew up the whole thing, or just like did something else? I don't think it's ever explained like in the game itself, because unless, jeez, he's just ready to go. Unless Cortana did. No, because she's not even hooked up into it yet. Oh, can you see some of the glass? Yeah, see, look how tiny the pieces are. Very subtle to see. But in the original version of it, I'm not sliding to the left, officer. Please be patient. The pieces were a lot larger. Like, massive pieces. I should be okay to just slide. Oh, one thing too, way early on in the earlier cutscene is, which I find super interesting. So when this game first came out, it's like, oh, okay, he's defending Earth, this and that, cool. Later on, as the series progressed, and I'm gonna fly straight off. Hold on. As the series progressed, and you know they started to develop more on these characters and the world around them. Chief isn't from Earth. He's like from an entirely different area. It's like Earth-like, but
There's
he's
new
not
traffic
from
on the
there.
Covenant battle network. A lot more crew made it off the Autumn than I had predicted. The captain really gave them hell. If we can find Captain Peace and the other survivors, we have a chance
So
to
bad at
coordinate an
driving.
effective
Sorry, guys.
resistance.
I got you with everything else, but driving, not my forte at all. And I have no idea why. It's not a difficult process. I think it's just like, oh, that's cute. He likes my driving. Thank you, sir. Oh, and I'll end up stopping. Let me see. No, okay, I think it is just the original version then. Because I know with the remastered, I think I remastered Reach instead. My bad. That's why that thing wasn't there. So then those little pieces were a lot smaller than I remembered. Huh. They were flexing pretty hard about that glass breaking then. There's a few ways we can go. I might start like way back here. I think would be, and yeah, running and everything, guys. Sorry. But starting way in the back, and then kind of like working my way forward. I don't trust myself. Hold on, we're gonna the safest driver in like the world, I swear, in video games. You know, maybe that's why I can't play Rocket League. I'm just not good at driving games. And I've played it a little bit. It's pretty fun. Oh wait. Oh crap. Hold on. You can't just leave them alone.
There's some Marines hiding in the hills above the structure.
If we ever get out of the vehicle, kind of want to just put him here, just kind of hang out, like y'all would be fine.
There it is.
They'll be fine.
I see him.
I'll see him later. I want to go ahead and thank you guys so much for tuning in and playing Combat Evolved for the Halo series. Who's sniping? I want you, sniper. I'm the Scribe. I stream from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern Time, Tuesdays and Thursdays. Right now I'm going over the differences between Halo when it first came out to video games now. This game did come out about 20 years ago. We are on YouTube, on Facebook, on Reddit, pretty much anywhere you can think of. We are streaming on there and posting videos, having a great time. We do have a Discord channel. It is up in the chat. if you do want to jump in, say hey. This is an open invitation for those who do have Halo on Steam. If you want to jump in, play around, we could do some Reach. We can do some of the other games as well that are co-op. I think the Halo is, I think this Halo, excuse me, Combat Evolved is
We
multiplayer.
read you, Echo 419. We have survivors and need immediate dust-off.
Roger, Cortana. On my way. I've spotted additional lifeboats in your area. One near a rock slide. And another near the cliff edge. Hard to see from my altitude, but it looks like there are more survivors. Acknowledged. We're on our way.
Okay. And I do want to go ahead and thank our sponsors, Magic Feet Compression Socks, for supporting heroes and winners. I kind of want to try the remastered version. Yeah, this is not the remastered version. Well, see, it's so hard to tell sometimes, because I think they left it fairly similar. But again, we didn't see that marker. Now my thing is, because it's still in the same save that or same profile that I have played this one on, I'm not sure if it registered that, hey, you've already done this, can't do it again. Sometimes games do that, so I'll try it again in a bit. Let me go ahead and get over this hill and this part. I think when I get my next checkpoint. Oops. Trying to run him over. Where'd the other guy go?
Covering fire!
Oh, that's so weird. He wasn't on the radar. That's kind of neat. Okay. I think there was one down there, and then that's where we came from. Visual cues very important, where it's like, hey, go this way. Especially when you have like the directional freaking coherentness. I can't drive. You guys know this. Be patient. Of like not even a squirrel. Squirrels don't know where to go. Jesus, like a rock. I'm not good at directions. Very bad. Did he die? Okay. I was gonna be really upset. Like,
We need to find the other two lifeboats.
like, oh no. I got so distracted by that visual thing. My bad. But those blue lights were really nice. They have that radar right here as well, which is pretty fun. And it's very bright. It does stick out because if you look at it, like compared the red to the green, they didn't make it green because that would be terrible. Green on green.
Survivors detected. Marines are concealed in
Like,
those rocks.
no. Okay, they'll be fine here. Like, absolutely not. You have to make it where... Yeah, see how they run around with that? I hate it. You have to make sure that, like, you can be seen. Now, I think it's people who are, like, red colorblind. They see it, like, as brown. So, it's like, it's not terrible to see it as. I'm sure there's, like, a colorblind mode. But the brown against like the trees, but it still sticks out enough. There's not that much brown. There's a lot of like grays and greens, so you'll be fine to see it regardless. And then you can see the number, and it's a waypoint. They did take into those things into consideration as well, which is really smart to do in games because you just never know who's gonna pick it up. So I do like all the different stuff that they do put into this game. Oh, wait. Anything? What's my other gun? Oh. Goodbye. The little pistol's great. I know a lot of people don't like the assault rifle, but I'm biased towards assault rifles and snipers because they're just really good. The little pistol works really well though. Okay, I think I don't know if there was any more. Let me double check. Okay. Well. Because it'll always be like, oh, okay, we're good to go. They'll always like bring in the drop ship.
More over here! You can't hide from me!
I hate this big rock. I think there was like 2. Okay, now there's 1. Well, I think they just got all those dudes. Whoops. Or at least most of them. I heard. I still hear some shooting. Okay. I don't like that he's pointing the gun at me. I thought that was like funny, but it's like, was it for earlier or my bad? Oh, let me not be directly underneath the dropship. Oh, crud. Should be the last. I wonder how many I can just run over. Let's see. 1. Okay. Is he gone yet? Okay. No, he's not. He's just right above me. I wanted to run him over. Why? Guess I can't get too mad. I do like the AIs that actually do help you. They're not just like, hey, we're shooting, and then the bullets don't do anything. They just visually looks like that they're doing stuff.
Affirmative, Foehammer. We're ready for dust off. Approach when ready. We're going to look for the last lifeboat, Echo 419. Good luck.
But we're gonna go this way. I want to say it's now towards the left. Oh, good. The one boulder just out of nowhere.
Warning. I picked up reports that the Covenant has located and secured the Pillar of Autumn's crash site. The good news is the captain is still alive. The bad news is that the Covenant have captured the entire surviving command crew. Let's hurry and find the final lifeboat so we can link up with the rest of the survivors.
There's another one! Nice one!
I'm not gonna bother with these guys.
Roger that! Eat it, eat it, eat it!
Maybe they took cover in that structure. Let's check it out.
Covering fire! Whoa!
Oof. Passenger's about to get got. Hold on.
What was that? There
Okay.
it is!
We'll be fine. We're fine. Hey, I kind of wish we ran into that direction earlier. Oh. my dudes? I just saw, there it is. What? Oh, I think it was just too close to it. Okay. I was about to get like really upset. It's like, where did they go? They just left me.
I found him.
Very sad. I was
The
like, oh,
interior of this section before we leave.
I'm not leaving, ma'am. She's so impatient. I love Cortana, but it's like, wait, please, hold on.
I've called for an evac.
Marines, assemble for evac. Pronto.
Can I? Thank you. I know I'm very large. Can you please move? Thank you.
Stop that one.
Oh wow. Hey, how's it going? I was like, wow, that's a deep chasm. But then I just fought backwards into it. Oh my gosh. I don't want to like smack them because you actually can kill them. So I don't want to do that. Oh, what? What's happening with him? Well, hey, what's you good? All right. Okay. Okay. He's just panicking, but you know what? That's a mood.
We should secure the area before
I was
the
gonna
Ravagers
ask
arrive.
before he started freaking out. For any of those who did play, or still do play the Halo series, like the PvP stuff. Wait, that's a little bit loud for me. If, you know, how do you guys make your Spartans look like? When this game came out, I was a kid. I was like, yeah, I was a kid. I was a little one. And I was like, oh man, it's gonna be funny. I would always do like silly little things. Like on PC, you were able to change your name to whatever you wanted, and then you could change your color constantly. So I always had my Spartan be like pink and like hearts all over it, and like whatever else you could do. Oh. They didn't make it. Whoops. Oh no, they did. He's just kind of hanging out. They couldn't turn the car or the warhog over. Like really? Come on, y'all.
That's the last of them. Roger that. I'm on my way.
And he was just hanging out.
New traffic on the Covenant battlenet.
Anyways,
I found Captain Keyes.
so I did
He's
silly
being
stuff
held
like
on a
that.
Covenant cruiser, the Truth and Reconciliation, a ship I disabled before we abandoned the Autumn. The Truth and Reconciliation touched down on a desert plateau roughly 300 kilometers upspin.
They were both just hanging out there. Sometimes the AIs can be really smart or just really dumb. Please see, like, why would he run in front of me next to a cliff? Do they not know
Here's
I'm
our
the
ride.
worst
Get
driver?
aboard and let's get out of
I'm
here.
not gonna move until they all run past me.
Ready for dust off.
This is just all gonna move. They're all over there. I know I can't squeeze through those. We're gonna like K-turn the heck out of here. No, I'm out of here. See you guys later. Jesus. I can't do driving, guys. I have to go the longest way possible. That's alright. I still managed to get it done, so like whatever. Oh, did we leave these guys here? Oh, I guess. Alright, I'll see you guys later. Bye. We just leave them behind. Okay.
We should move out, Lieutenant, and then we'll need your help on a
Oh my
rescue.
god, they're still there. They're just like, guys. Guys. Oh, that's so sad.
The enemy has captured Captain Keyes and are holding him aboard one of their cruisers, the Truth and Reconciliation. The ship is currently holding position approximately 300 meters above the other end of this plateau.
So how do we get inside the ship if it's in the air? Corps issued me a rifle, not wings.
There's a gravity lift that ferries troops and supplies between the ship and the surface. That's our ticket in.
Once we get inside the ship, I should be able to lock on to the tracking signal from Captain Key's neural implants.
Hit 'em, Marines! Go, go, go! The Corps ain't paying us by the hour!
Stick to the higher ground to the right. We should be able to recon the Covenant position without being spotted. I've detected Covenant stationary guns near the next pass. I recommend
how
using
do
your sniper
I-
rifle to take out the gunners while I call for Marine support.
Get ready to move in to support us, Sergeant. The Master Chief is going to covertly take out as many of the Covenant as he can. Don't open fire until you hear the enemy return fire on us. That should let us keep the element of surprise.
It's not moving. Ooh, I like those. Ooh, let's see. Target distance, target evaluation. That's kind of neat. All right. I wonder why it's changing like rapidly. What the heck's going on? That's kind of cool. Okay. Oh, it doesn't keep me crouched. Whack. I mean, I don't have to keep the element surprised, but it's like, I like sniping. That's definitely my forte. So this mission is nice. It's a nice change from driving, so.
Let 'em have it!
Okay, here you go.
Keep it up!
Oops, I fell. You have another gun? Okay, cool. They only give you a sniper. It's like, oh, uh-oh. Oops. It's like, oops. I actually do want to keep my sniper bullets for later on. Some of the enemies get way further away. A little bit harder to deal with up close. Because I think the hunters start coming up pretty soon.
Hey, we did it! Right behind you, Chief!
Stop.
Ooh, I love the nighttime. It looks
Motion
pretty.
tracker shows movement around the next bend.
We'll be ready to advance as soon as you go for us, Cortana.
Oops. Hate. Whoa. Alright. I hate those guys. They're so frustrating. Oops. Uh-oh. Okay. A little nervous. I was like, I just like lightly tapped.
Nice one! Come on, keep it up! Covering fire! Get up!
gonna waste my bullets. If they can get them, that'd be great. So I'm thinking, Combat Evolved isn't terribly long. It is a little lengthy.
Detected up ahead. The path up on the left should let us sneak up around them.
And you know, I do play this. I would be playing Halo every other week, right?
We'll hang back while you get into position, Chief.
I'll definitely think about it. Oops. I just need to switch it twice. I'll definitely have to think about it of, do I want to play this in its entirety or just kind of look around on them. Halo Infinite just came out, so I do want to look at the can he stay still? I do want to look at that. I actually haven't played it yet. That one is free. Again, I haven't played it, so I don't know terribly all the info around it. I think it's more PvP based, but it's cool though. It's free. Like, it's really nice. Come here. There we go. Reach, I do know I want to grab some people. The AIs are pretty good in there.
Cortana to Fire Team Charlie. The Chief has the left flank covered. Recommend you move up the middle.
Do you want to play Reach with some people? The AIs are pretty good. There are some missions that makes it a little bit harder to deal with them, so I do want to avoid that. Halo 2 would be really great with somebody else. Trying to think. I haven't played Halo 3 for a minute and a half. Ooh, active camouflage that takes a minute for it to grab. I don't know if that actually hit the turret. Kinda hope so. Nope. Gotta keep an eye on that. So I do have about 30 minutes.
Covenant dropships are inbound.
Oops. I want to thank you guys again for tuning in. I'm the Scribe. I play on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern Time. I go over game development, and today I'm going over Halo Combat Evolved. This is an open invitation, and a little bit before, if you guys do have this game on Steam, you're more than welcome to add me. We do have a YouTube channel and a Discord server. Jump in there, say hey. I would like to play some Halo or even some other games with some of the other streamers. That'd be awesome. The links for those are in the chat. We are all categorized in there, like streamer wise, like by our names and the Scribe. You'll find me in there. I'm about halfway through. Let me see what else I got down here to pick up. And we are sponsored by Magic Feet Compression Socks, supporting heroes and winners. Okay, do I have? Okay, cool. Because remember, this next part is kind of chaotic. So I did want to keep as much sniper ammo as possible. Make sure there's nothing else I gotta grab. I do want to look at the nighttime scenery. All the dudes are following me. It's like, hey, sorry guys. It looks so nice. Now what's cool, I want to say that they did. That's pretty cool. Okay, you guys are going to hear a really big squeak. It's my chair. I just have to angle my screen a little bit. Way earlier in the stream when I first started, I was saying like, oh, they probably did a skybox or a picture or something. Here it looks like it's a sky dome. how it is, because in the skybox, for most of them, they make it fairly large. We don't see the edges of it, but you're able to see, at least on my screen, a little bit easier. I don't know if you guys can see it, but you see those horizontal lines that are happening like on the bottom part, kind of like in the gradient area before it gets too dark. Those are polygons within the sphere, how it's horizontal. There's nothing going like up and down either to make it blocky. Even though it is a sphere, it can come out pretty sharp as well, depending the polygon count. They smoothed it so the transition, especially with the gradient, is not like too choppy. You know, can't really do too much about that, especially in the older games. In newer games, it is very difficult to tell those like polygon things, if you even can at all. It looks really nice. That's just a really big picture of a moon or the planet or whatever is on there. I want to say it is a planet. I don't think it's a moon. I don't recall. But it's just a picture. It's not an actual object. It's just floating there. I bet you... Oh, you can see it here too. Okay, so on the ship, on the Pillar of Autumn, on that picture that we saw, which I want to say was just a picture, not an actual part of the skybox, just to save on resources, the stars weren't twinkling. Here we can see, because it is the skybox, it's a much larger area, and you're constantly in it, especially as a player. You know, they want you to look around. The stars are twinkling. There's more animation into it. It's probably a GIF. They just have looping in the background on the actual sky. What do I call it? Not sky sphere. Sky dome. Instead of actual light resources, so they save on that as well. Because they don't need light coming from all the way down. They have the light where they need it in-game, ambience-wise. And then on the actual lights, you can see it on the players and the environment. And they have it... I want to say they have some of it reflecting off, aside from it being the actual picture, but I do want to say that they do have some sort of light reflecting off of this, just to try to give it a bit more of a 3D effect. So I just thought that was pretty cool to look at the night sky. That's not the night sky, that's the part of the ship. This is the night sky, and then the daytime. Daytime kind of went over it a little bit, not terribly much, because I just kind of wanted to keep the story going. But again, back to story. I'll think about it. If I do want to just do like the first few missions sort of deal, kind of each campaign. So it's like, hey, this is how it started and all this stuff. My biggest thing is for spoilers. It's, you know, I'm having this kind of dilemma as well for the Jak and Daxter series. The first game I'm going to completely do. It's short enough. I'm actually almost done with it. I got hit. I can actually flip these dudes. If I push it enough, you can actually flip it. But I'll think about it. I think first few missions would be cool. Spoilers would be kind of... It'll happen, unfortunately. But it'd be nice to... Oh my god, I thought I was gonna hit one of the guys. That would have been awful. 45, okay. I'm keeping my snipers for those hunters. I want to say 2 come out. They're not the funnest to fight, so... Might be able to grab some better coverage from over here. Woo, got one. Oh, that's not good. Sir, did you really say I stole your kill? Like, really? I love that little dialogue though, because that's totally for real what happens. It's like, that was my kill. It's like, oh, so sorry. I love it. The casual, just you're playing like with friends and all this stuff, like that happens. I say that all the time, like, oh, my bad. I do this, I do that. Oops. I didn't mean to jump back in, my bad. But see, there it is. But little stuff like that's really nice. It gives you that sense of familiarity. See these dudes, they're huge. Sir, please do not get in front of me like that. Oh, they can hang out with them. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. They're so scary. They're so scary. They're so scary.
Let's square away the grab lift. Marines, prepare for boarding action. Yes, sir!
Once we're inside the ship, I can home in on the captain's command neural interface. He'll probably be in or near the ship's brig, which should narrow our search.
There's not too many more hunches, but this next part gets kind of crazy. Give me the nades. Okay, sweet. Can I just say, well, the chief is the last to go. He's looking up. He's like, hello? I would like to go up, thank you. But like the suits that he's wearing, any types like that are super heavy.
No Covenant defenses detected.
What? There's no Covenant here. Think maybe nobody's home.
I'm wondering if there's gonna be a guy with the sword that comes out. Because he got me last time. Like, pretty hard.
Contact! Lots of contact! No Covenant. You had to open your mouth. How it burns!
Which was like the worst. It was like super scary seeing the guy with the sword the first time. I was like, oh crud, there he is. Jesus. I thought they were gonna put him in here. Because it was easy mode. Got a little too comfortable with that. But he didn't get me in one hit. Because he should have. I'm sad. He can't pick up the sword ever. At least for a while. And I'm like, I want the sword. I love the energy sword, okay? It's so fun to use. So now I'm gonna struggle a bit with health because the sword man. To think of where some health packs are because they're kind of scattered all over the place. Should be good. Sweet. All right. Like when they just run in front of me like that, it always makes me so nervous. It's like, oh. And then not only that, that was a plasma grenade, so it's like, oh. Hey, please don't run in front of me like that. Cause that would suck. Open the door, please. No,
Chief,
okay.
let's see if we can find a way to open this door.
Whack. Ooh, health pack. Whenever I run into those areas that have the little orange thing that I was talking about that you guys can scan for more story, I'm gonna try to remember to point those out. I know I think we missed one. I can't recall. There's some that I do remember location-wise more than others, but I'll definitely try my best to remember it. Because I think that one was pink. That one was one. Because they try to do it in relatively open or like easy to spot locations or areas where it's like nice, I love that cheese. Where it's like, oh, okay, you'll find it if you just kind of do a bit of exploring. So it rewards the player for that. You always want to, whenever you're making games and stuff, having little like reward elements like that is really important, because then it'll have your player base look around and be like, ooh. Also, that's the most like, this is a sci-fi game like noise I've ever heard. All those beeps and boops. No, what's up in the grenade, please? I don't want to fight him yet. Or I do, but I don't. Let me go down yet. I don't think there's a safe way to go. Oh, hello. Hi. I'm gonna jump down. Beep. Yay, got him. I got about 15 minutes left. The design is so pretty. There's a few more times where the sword guys come out. I see a health pack there, and that always makes me nervous.
All clear, sir.
We should get moving.
All right, everybody stay cool. Yell if you see anything.
If you see anything, of course. Why would you not? We'll go to the right. Nope. All these dudes are following me. It's like No. Directionally challenged. Think. Oh boy. No, it came from that way, but no, there's enemies here. Follow the enemies. If you don't know where to go, follow the enemies. Then you're going the right way. That tends to work. Nope. Okay, so I think I finally settled on what I wanted to do. I'll do the first 3 missions of each campaign. So, and 3 missions, like not the checkpoints, because the checkpoints don't really count. So this one is the 3rd like mission, or like chapter. There we go. Chapters is what I'll end up doing. First 3 chapters. Just to kind of get a bit more of the backstory, or the story of what's going on. Because there's not really that much backstory going on for Chief. It's just more like, hey, new enemies, or here are the enemies. All that fun stuff. Aw, I thought it was going to make them a little sad. think that'd be enough to like give you guys a bit of a feel for the Halo series. For those who haven't played it yet, I highly recommend it. I highly recommend this game series. It's really good. Oh, shield. Yay. It really is. I still want to keep it as is, not was, but it still is a huge stepping stone for games as well. One of the fascinating things about this game is, and I mentioned it briefly, kind of like when it first came out, is I've noticed like a lot of people who don't even play video games or know much about it. What's super funny is like I'll be like, oh, you know, video games, and I can show them like Master Chief, and they'll know at least where he's from. Is like, oh, that's from Halo, or like they call him Halo and stuff. It's like, okay, you know it's from my game, but that's so cool how much of an iconic character, just how much of an influence this game really did have on modern pop culture. For it, where it's like, oh, you don't know this game? Well, you know he's from a video game. It's a war game, whatever you want to say. You know, they'll be like, yeah, it's from this, it's from that. And it's just super cool to see like how impactful it was. And is, sorry, not was, is. Especially the first game. Oh my gosh. Wild. Super wild. We talked about, I don't think I brought Chief up in my discussion for it. In my Jack and Daxter series, I did bring up, I keep seeing a red radar there, so I'm like, that Chief isn't a silent protagonist. Like I was talking about in my Jack and Daxter series, like what's a silent protagonist, what's a lone gunslinger, what is selective mutism, sort of stuff. But Chief is definitely not a silent protagonist. You hear him talk. He has short, very, very short conversations. Excuse you. I guess that's revenge for flipping. Oh no, please don't run at me. Please don't run at me. Oh my god. I guess that's a revenge for flipping the warhog over. My bad. Still pretty mad about that. You know, I would be too. Oh crap, I think that was... Well, I'll see you guys later.
You want some more of this? Way to go!
What? It looked like he just threw the gun. He's like, I've had enough. He's more, Chief is the stoic character, which, again, works really well, especially for this. I know they wanted to make him be, I see wiggly lines, so I know that's an invisible person hanging out over there. But it makes it where a lot easier for players to put themselves into the role of Master Chief. And I think that's why he's such an iconic character. It's like, oh, you're this character, not really, but you can still put yourself in his shoes. He doesn't really talk too much, and for a very long time we never got a visual, like physical description of him. Like, I know that was like a big thing. At the end, it's not really spoilers because there's like how many games to the series, but he does take off his helmet. Hello. Or he takes off his helmet, but they move the camera away to where you can't see it, so it's like, oh, what's he look like? You know, that was never That was like kind of like a thing as it came out, but they never focus on it. They wanted to be like, you're the Master Chief, put yourself into this, you know, he'll look like you want him to. It's really, really cool. Or you can envision him however you want. Again, such an important thing that you want to make sure that your character or that your player can put themselves as this character for that involvement, for that personal attachment to this too. About 10 more minutes. And we're gonna call this one a wrap. I want to end this one when on here in this area when I finish the actual mission that deals with it. I'm almost, oh my gosh, Chief, don't fall, Jesus. When I save like the captain and the crew, I think I'm just gonna call it, is it this one? I think it's that one down there. That's a really big dot. Hold on. Okay. I think I'll do that. Save the crew, have a good time, and if I still have time on my next stream when I do play the Halo series, that now which one I'll start off with, I'm not sure, because Reach is the prequel to this, but it was definitely a later installment. Reach is really important. And I probably should have started off with that one, but I wanted to start off with the first release for the game versus the story-wise, because Reach would be what I'd rather play to completion, because that one isn't that long. That was not that long at all, especially with more people. What in the world was that noise? Oh my gosh. I hope you guys heard that, because that was a weird noise, but that would be one. I'd probably save that one for last, and then work my way up to that one again. So finish this mission, or finish this chapter, save everybody, whatever, and then is there still guys? It should be. Oh no, wait, I'm thinking ahead. And then jump to 2, to 3. Playing the Master Chief Edition, so I should have 4. I don't know if I have 5. I'll have to double check. I want to say I do, because it does involve him, quote unquote. Involve him, so well, I'll double check on that. And then I'll leave Reach for a further one, because I do want to get a full team. Shit, everybody should be gone, but I guess now I gotta double check. There could be some dudes hiding. Or it could just be completely lost. A lot of repeated patterns and structures. Is it came? I don't think it came. I don't think it went through this door. Well, you can't. Super subtle that I actually just picked up on as I was playing. There's red lights around that door. I can't go through there. Those doors don't have red lights, so I can go through. It's very subtle. Okay, I think I think the whole place has been cleared. I'll do that last sweep, and then by the time I'm done with that, I'll be done. So, none of your doors have opened. How much ammo? I'll be fine. Ooh, sweet. Picked up some more. Okay. Looks like completely cleared. I don't see any dots or anything. That's the door I think we just came from. They probably told me, but I just wasn't paying attention because I was going on and explaining something. But I do get about 5 more minutes, so I want to go ahead and thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm the Scribe. I stream from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern Time. I just put in the links our YouTube server, or sorry, our YouTube channel, and our Discord server if you want to jump and say hey. Remember, this is an open invitation. If you guys do want to play the Halo series with me, I'd really appreciate it, especially for Halo Reach. I play on Steam. It is cross-platform, so if you have an Xbox, you know, we should be able to multiplayer, do the campaign. PvP would be fun. I haven't done the PvP on this for a minute, so I'm gonna be a little rusty on that. We are sponsored by Magic Feet Compression Socks, supporting heroes and winners. I'm the Scribe, and I have the directional efficiency of a rock sometimes. I know that's a thing that we gotta like hit later to leave. So my brain's like, oh, press that and like finish the story. It's like, no, not yet. Not yet. Yeah. There has to be door or hallway missed. Super weird. And we almost hit, sorry, no, we did hit our 50 follower milestone on Twitch. Now we just need our viewers to stay for a bit longer, and then I'm not sure if it's the same rules apply for YouTube. For about like 15 or so minutes. We'd really appreciate that. We are trying to get verified. We're trying to get channel growing strong. You know, build up on the community. So it'd be great. We really appreciate your support. Super awesome. And I'm completely lost, so yes, please play Halo with me so I don't get lost. I want to thank you guys again so much for tuning in. I'll see you guys next time.